Data Free Flow with Trust, commonly known as DFFT. It expedites internationally free flow with trust, while data useful for resolving business and social issues. It is considered that a three-layer architecture is necessary for realizing reliable and free data flow. It consists of Trust Application Service Layer, Trust Data Distribution Layer, Trust Service Infrastructure Layer. The most important is the Trust Service Infrastructure Layer, which will be the basis. The Trust Service Infrastructure prevents tampering of data by electronic signatures and prevents spoofing of the data transmission source by electronic authentication. These can secure the reliability of data. Each country has developed its own trust service infrastructure. Therefore, international cooperation is impossible. The first step is to establish cooperation between two countries, which should ultimately be expanded to cooperation among many countries. It is considered that international cooperation of this trust service infrastructure is the most important for realizing DFFT. DFFT contributes to the resolution of environmental issues. One example is CFP calculation for carbon neutralization. Product manufacturers will be able to check whether even CO2 emission data received from parts suppliers of other countries have not been tampered or spoofed. In addition, because the reliability of data can be mechanically checked, CFP can efficiently be calculated even with a product with many parts. A demonstration experiment was conducted this time through international cooperation between Japan and EU. In this demonstration experiment, obtaining CFP information of a battery by an EU manufacturer from a Japanese supplier was taken up as a model case. We experimented with the following 3 points: international mutual recognition of the trust service using the TL, remote creation of an electronic seal using the My Number card of Japan, international data transmission and reception using data connector. This is the process of the demonstration experiment. An EU manufacturer uses this application to manage the CFPs of each component. The manufacturer uses this screen to request the CFP data of components from a Japanese supplier. When the request data are sent to the supplier, the data are e-sealed. An e-seal is an electronic corporate signature. The e-seal on the data indicates that the data were issued by that particular company. The Japanese supplier verifies the e-seal to know whether the issuer of the data is reliable or not. We prepared a Japanese version of Pilot TL based on the TL used in EU and conducted a demonstration experiment for cooperation with the EU system. This is the process of e-seal verification. The supplier could successfully follow the Japan's TL, EU's LOTL, and TL of the manufacturer's country in that order. The path of the trust reaches EU's Certification Authority 1. By a reliable path passing through, it can be verified that this supplier is trustworthy. The CFP request data are taken out from the e-seal data and entered into the supplier's application. The data to the CFP request are generated by the application. In this demonstration, My Number card of Japan is used for identification of a person to create an e-seal by using a remote sealing tool. Let's take a look at the actual situation. Remote sealing allows you to link your personal identification certificate to the organization's certificate. By controlling the authority to determine which individual certificates can be linked to the organization's certificate, it becomes possible to attach a seal at a physical distance from the organization's certificate. Here, select a business certificate for e-sealing. The My Number cards of Japan are used for personal authentication of the individual who requests to create the e-seal. The individual is authenticated to have the authority, and the e-seal was successful. The Japanese supplier sends e-seal data to the manufacturer in EU. In this demonstration experiment, Data Connector was used to send data between Japan and the EU countries. Data Connector is a promising technology as a data exchange method for the industry. The software program allows specific data to be safely and securely shared with specific parties. The manufacturer in EU verifies the e-seal in the same manner. The manufacturer follows the TL one by one as the Japanese supplier did. This demonstration is carrying out verification after actually registering a Japanese pilot TL to the LOTL of EU. In EU manufacturer side, the CFP data are taken out and entered into the application together with the verification results. This is a CFP management application screen. Confirm the verification result of the e-seal and the certificate of a component is OK. This allows you to see at a glance that the CFP data you have requested are reliable. When you check the details of the CFP data you have received, information about the company that affixed an e-seal and the certification authorities is displayed. By clicking the LEI information link, more detailed company information can be viewed. LEI is an international code to identify legal entities participating in financial transactions. From the CFP information for each component, CFP of the whole product could be calculated. This time, a demonstration experiment is conducted between Japan and EU as the first step toward international cooperation. Through this demonstration experiment, concrete issues will be brought into relief, and activities toward realization of DFFT among many countries will be continued.